You are getting 100% Jodi on Women Taking the Lead. It's no surprise we've got some savvy networkers in our community, and I've got their audio clips strung together for you here. Hello, my name is Jodi Flynn, and welcome to Women Taking the Lead, where we are all about creating blasts of inspiration to help you overcome self-doubt so you can lead with confidence, integrity, and a sense of humor. Head over to womentakingthelead.com to join the community and get the resources to support you on your leadership journey. Now, your future awaits, so let's get started. Hey ladies, are you having a hard time finding the right gift this Father's Day? Well, I want to tell you about my newest sponsor, FanChest. FanChest is the answer for the sports-loving men in your life. These are sports gift boxes loaded with products from their favorite team in the perfect packaging delivered right to their door. The packages contain licensed apparel and fun surprises that any sports fan will love. There's free shipping and free returns. You cannot beat that offer. Let FanChest do the heavy lifting for you this Father's Day. Go to fanchest.com. That's FANCHEST.com, and my listeners get a special $10 off discount just by using the promo code JODI, Jodi. So again, that's fanchest.com, and remember to use promo code JODI for your $10 off. Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I've got something special and awesome for you. After doing the 8 networking myths that prevent new opportunities and the secrets to making networking easy, I received this message from Shelli Warren of Sheconnex via an awesome app called Voxer. If you're not using Voxer, you need to check it out.
Hi, Jodi Flynn. This is Shelli. I just listened to your 100% Jodi episode where you were talking about networking, and I thought I would share a couple of things with you that I teach when I'm teaching communication or working with my Sheconnex members. And that is, I try and instill with them that the goal is to be memorable for all the right reasons. And there's a couple of ways that you can do that. First off is to go into any type of networking event, or, this takes place as well in the boardroom at work. Networking tips are not solely designed to help you connect with people in a networking event. They can help you connect with people in your career, in your job, and that includes in the boardroom. So a lot of it has to do with mindset. So one of the things that I tell my ladies all the time is that you want to walk in with the notion that you're there to be interested versus interesting. And when you think about going in and being interested in others, it takes the heat off of you, kind of puts the heat on them, but it also lets you realize that you're not there to be the most fabulous conversationalist. You don't have to have a joke and a quip and be witty and, say all the right things. You're there to ask key questions to help them share more about themselves and then ask more questions to add to the follow-up of the conversation. So just a couple things there for you just to might think about adding into your 100% Jodi. The whole memorable for all the right reasons, going in being interested versus interesting. And then one more tip I'll give you too is instead of asking somebody, so tell me, what is it that you like to do? Ask them, so tell me, what is it that you love to do? When you ask someone what they love to do, you hear the backstory. You hear that they love to paint. You hear that they love to garden. You hear about all the things that interest them in life. And then as the conversation unfolds, then you find out that they're an attorney. And so if you were to find out that they were an attorney first, depending on what your experience is, you may or may not want to dive into that conversation. You may have some backpack of bad experiences that you're carrying around with you when it comes to attorneys. But isn't it more lovely to find out that she's a painter, she's an artist, she's a gardener. Oh, and by the way, she's also an attorney. So have a great weekend, Jodi. It's a long weekend up here in Canada. It's Victoria Day weekend on Monday, so we're all excited to have a long weekend. Take care, lady. Bye.
This message made my day. Oh my gosh, I love hearing from you guys. And I got so inspired by Shelli's message, I went into the private Facebook group for the Women Taking the Lead community and asked if they had any networking tips to share with you. It's no surprise we've got some savvy networkers in our community, and I've got their audio clips strung together for you here. If you're not yet in the Women Taking the Lead private Facebook group, get in there. You can hang out and see what everyone else is chatting about, or you can dive right in, share posts and resources you found helpful, or ask questions and leverage the talent and experience of all the members of the community. You can find it in Facebook by typing Women Taking the Lead private group in the search bar, or you can click on the link in the show notes at womentakingthelead.com/networking tips. Okay, here are those clips that I got from the members of your community.
Hi, everyone. I'm Carol Cox, the founder of Speaking Your Brand, which helps you with your presentations and signature talk. And I'm the host of the Speaking Your Brand podcast. Now, this may come as a surprise because I do a lot of public speaking, but I'm an introvert and I'm kind of shy and I don't particularly like networking events. So here's what I started doing years ago to hack this. I became a speaker because I felt like if I was a speaker, then other speakers had a reason to come talk to me. So we already had something in common. And then other people who were attending that event or the conference, when they see that you're a speaker, they have a reason to come up to you and talk to you. So it really is a great icebreaker and helps you, especially if you're an introvert like me, to have a reason to connect with other people. Speaking in person is also a great way to build that critical know, like, and trust factor with your audience. So that's why I'm a big believer and I encourage entrepreneurs to speak at events and conferences. Now, that being said, I also really value my online connections and friends like Jodi that I've made whom I've never met in real life, but hopefully we will one of these days. Being interviewed on podcasts is one of the best ways to build your network in a deep and authentic way. You get to know the host gets to know you, plus the listeners learn about who you are and what you do. When you're being interviewed on podcasts, try to share lessons you've learned and failures you've overcome. It's really those vulnerable moments that are the best ways for listeners to feel a connection with you. For networking online, especially to reach influencers who you may otherwise not have access to, I highly recommend Twitter. Share some content the person has created that you got value out of, whether it's an article, a podcast, or a video, and help them shine. Oftentimes, they'll return the favor in kind, and you can start striking up a conversation. I've gotten quite a few podcast interviews and podcast guests from Twitter. So say hi to me on Twitter. My username is @CarolMorganCox, and you can visit my site at speakingyourbrand.com for more info. Thanks for having me on your podcast, Jodi.
Hey, this is Cloris Kyle, and I help you attract the right clients by connecting with influencers. Influencers are people who have a following, an audience made of your ideal clients. And what happens is that once that person introduces you to their audience, you build instant authority. They like you, they trust you, and they're eager to join your list and to buy your products and programs. Not only that, when you connect with influencers, you expand your network, then you change the perception of what is possible for you. And once you expect more of yourself, guess what? Then you achieve it. So if I have one tip for you, is to understand and realize that you have amazing value to give to any influencer right now, that you don't need to wait until something happens, until you have a large following. Because the truth is, right now you have ideas you can contribute, and you can just support this influencer. And if you approach that person with the attitude of, how can I serve this person? How can I support them? When you approach them like that, then you will see how you can not only initiate the connection, but nurture this connection, and your life and your business will change as a result of that. That's what happened to me. And that's how I've been able to grow my own business. So good luck with it. And if you want to connect with me, I'd love to do so. I'm at ClorisKyle.com. That's ClorisKyle.com. And remember, as I always say, every second of your life, every second, reveal your magnificence. Thank you.
Hi, Jodi and Women Taking the Lead listeners. I'm Anna Dixon, and I'm the Principal Consultant and Owner at Creative IQ. For me, networking is all about building relationships that are focused on learning more about the other person, then looking for opportunities to either share something of value with them or to share about them with someone who would benefit from being connected with them. My key to networking success has been to genuinely care about the stories of the people I meet, and to demonstrate that by remembering details about them and reconnecting authentically. If you're curious about who I am, you can find me over at creativeiq.net.
Hi, I'm Jan Molino, President and CEO of Aspire Ascend, a consulting firm that provides a comprehensive portfolio of career-building services for the success of women in leadership. So we all know those great women who walk into a room with an air of grace and confidence. You know, they're the ones that everybody wants to be around. Well, not everyone is comfortable walking into a room with that kind of confidence. Many of us go straight towards the people we know in the room, or worse, we pull out our cell phone and look busy and stand in a corner. I will bet that if you're with your friends, you have the best stories to tell. But if you meet a new group of people, suddenly you have nothing to say. My tip is you actually need to treat networking as a skill and improve it. So come loaded with great questions to ask. Walk slowly towards the most talkative, laughing group. Make eye contact with someone in the group, and you will be invited in, so offer a handshake. And here comes that dreaded question that you get asked at every networking event. So what do you do? So instead of rattling off your title and the company, ask the group an interesting or empowering question. For example, here's one. Have you ever been on a train? So you know those handheld scanners they use to check you in on your ticket? I work with ABC. They're the company that developed that technology, and I lead the marketing group. Imagine the questions and conversations that kind of a tangible, visible answer will generate. The key to asking empowering questions, the kind that you can't answer with a simple yes or no, is that they begin with what, why, where, who, and the famous how. Simply put, the more empowering questions you ask, the more confident you will become. And when empowering questions become second nature to you, you will find confidence and more confidence in your networking abilities. And last but not least, the most important piece of this strategy is to remember a great networker is someone who helps people connect with others. So really invest in building a deeper network by developing a reputation as a person who has something to offer others. The best place for people to connect and follow me is Twitter at AspireAscend, LinkedIn, my website aspire-ascend.com, and by email at jan@aspire-ascend.com.
Hello, I am Karen Maffeo Creamer. I'm a registered nurse and a health coach and an author of 2 novels, One Brave Thing, which came out in 2016, and What If BB Stays with Steven, which came out this year. And my best networking strategies are to ask people, if you're at a party or you're at an event and you don't know anybody, you could ask, what book are you reading right now? Or what movie have you seen recently? You could ask, what are you watching on TV right now? And This Is Us has been a good one to use for me. Everybody was watching that. So the best place to connect with me is on my website, the letter K, Rites, RITES.com. Also on my Facebook author page, KM Creamer Author. I have another Facebook page, Metaphysical Nurse, and I'm on Goodreads and Author Central for Amazon, where you can also find my books. Thanks so much for listening. I hope this has been helpful.
Hello, my name is Kathrine Farris, and I'm the CEO and founder of Marketex. My best networking tip is to play host or hostess. This means simply showing up, introducing people, if you know other people in the room, making people feel welcome, striking up conversations, acting like you're there to serve other people. And if this feels uncomfortable, then you might actually try getting involved in the planning of an event so that you truly are the host or hostess the first few times. And then when you show up to other events after that, just keep staying in that role. Thanks and good luck.
Hi, I'm Nicole Boucher, and I create content strategies for my clients. My networking tip is to attend events outside of your industry. For example, if I spent all of my time at a social media or content marketing conference, I'd meet a lot of people who do the same thing that I do. Maybe I could collaborate with them. I definitely learn something from them, and we could probably pass referrals back and forth. But I really find the value in attending something like a wedding industry event. I'd meet so many people at once who can use my services because they're operating in their area of expertise: photography, videography, florists, wedding planners, while I'm operating in mine as a social media and blog content strategist. I'll feel more confident because I know something and I can help so many people in this room. It's really empowering to be able to share your enthusiasm for what you do with other people who want to hear about it. If you want to learn more about content management and download a free social media tracker, you can go to my website at www.nboucher.com, which is www.nboucher.com.
Hello, I'm Nikki Groom. I'm a marketing strategist and consultant over at nikkigroom.com. I'm also host of the Movement Makers podcast for entrepreneurs who want to make a positive difference in the lives of others, and the founder of the 100 Stories Worth Telling project. And my networking tip as an introvert is do what works for you. So, for example, I don't like stereotypical big networking events where everyone throws around their business cards like confetti. But I love meeting someone one-on-one for tea or a light bite at happy hour. I also love small, intimate mastermind groups and gatherings. But honestly, I do my best networking online, interacting with influencers and friends, supporting and uplifting others. Want more? Head over to nikkigroom.com.
Wasn't that awesome? I've got information for all of these women with links in the show notes page. And again, you can find that at womentakingthelead.com/networking tips. Would you add anything to what these amazing ladies mentioned here? Let me know by emailing me at Jodi, Jodi, at womentakingthelead.com, or leaving a comment wherever you found this episode. Also, do me a favor. If you are not subscribed to this podcast and you find it randomly on social media or some other platform, go to womentakingthelead.com and hit the subscribe button on your favorite platform. I've got buttons on the sidebar of nearly all the pages on the website that will take you to where you can subscribe in iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, or iHeartRadio. When you are subscribed, the episodes come right to you. You don't have to go searching for them. I also want to give a shout out again to Millie Welsh of Zebra Love Web Solution, who has been faithfully sponsoring this podcast. She has been a priceless resource to me. She hosts my website and has helped protect my website from hackers. She also does updates and fixes as needed. If you need a website hosting, or you are sick of trying to figure out all the updates on your own, contact her at Millie, Milly, at zebralovewebsolutions.com. I'm going to leave you with a final thought from Shelli Warren of Sheconnex, and thank you again, Shelli, for inspiring this episode.
Networking events, they're temporary, right? Like you're there for a couple hours at the most, so why not make the best of it? And there's often times where I've driven away from a networking event thinking, wow, that was totally valued.
Thank you all for joining me on Women Taking the Lead. And to strengthen you on your own leadership journey, I'd like to send you off with a quote from Marianne Williamson, so here goes. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Again, thank you for joining me, and here's to your success.